Good morning, students. In a previous class, that is a class 2 for the chapter Ionic Equilibrium, I already completed dissociation or ionization of acid and bases. To calculate the strength of an acid and bases, comparison of acidic nature or basic nature, relative acidic nature. Next, ionic product of water, and finally pH. To calculate a pH, what is pH and how to calculate the pH, some formula for solving the problem. Today, that is class 3 for this chapter. I will try to complete some extra numericals relating to pH, pOH and pH of a mixture, hydrolysis of salt, types of hydrolysis, and little idea for buffer solution. So before going to the today's topic, let us recap a little idea about the previous class. That means, what do we mean by ionic product of water? We know water is a weak electrolyte, so it dissociates partially, which is represented as, mark that, H2O, reversible sign, H plus plus OH minus. Applying law of chemical equilibrium, it is H plus OH minus molar concentration into H2O. On cross multiplication, K into H2O is equal to H plus ion concentration into OH minus ion concentration. As it is a weak electrolyte, so its concentration remain constant. So constant into constant, another constant, that is Kw is equal to H plus ion concentration and OH minus ion concentration. This constant, that is Kw, otherwise known as ionic product of water. And at room temperature, its value is found to be 1.008 into 10 to the power minus 14 moles square per liter square. Hence, from this expression it is clear that ionic product of water is defined as the product of molar concentration of H plus ion and OH minus ion concentration. As we know that H plus ion never exists in solution, one can also write that, that is Kw is equal to H3O plus ion concentration into OH minus ion concentration. Okay? So mark that, if H plus ion concentration given, we can calculate OH minus ion concentration, or OH minus ion concentration given, we can calculate H plus ion concentration. Mark that. How we calculate? That is H plus ion concentration is equal to Kw by OH minus ion concentration. Similarly, OH minus ion concentration is equal to Kw by H plus ion concentration. And we know for acidic solution, we know that for acidic solution, H plus ion concentration is greater than that of the OH minus ion concentration. And for basic solution, OH minus ion concentration is greater than H plus ion concentration. And in case of neutral solution, H plus ion concentration is equal to OH minus ion concentration. And also already know covered, that is in case of a pure water, H plus ion concentration, in case of pure water, H plus ion concentration is equal to OH minus ion concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus 7 moles per liter. Okay, then we calculate the pH scale, that is, it is ranging from from 0 to 14, 7 is neutral. If it is move from leftward, then increasing the acidic nature increases. If it move forward, then basic nature increases. And 7 is neutral. Next, the formula to calculate pH. What is pH? pH is equal to negative logarithm of H plus ion concentration. So before going to pH, another one factor also there. How temperature affect the ionic product of water. Mark that. How temperature affect the ionic product of water. We know that ionic product of water, that is Kw, is equal to product of molar concentration of H plus ion and OH minus ion. Since on increasing temperature, ionization increases. Therefore, ionic product of water increases with increasing temperature. And this equation also one can write pH is equal to log 1 by H plus ion concentration. So from this expression it is clear that H plus ion concentration is inversely proportional to pH. And we know on increasing temperature, ionization increases, so H plus ion concentration increases. That means pH decreases. On increasing temperature, pH decreases. Suitable example is pH of neutral water. Pure and neutral water is 7, while that of the boiling water is 6.56. Though it is neutral, but its boiling point is, at boiling water, the pH is 6.56. Similarly, we can calculate pOH is equal to negative logarithm of OH minus ion concentration. Again we know another some relation is there. That means if H plus ion concentration given, then we calculate pH by this formula. If pH is given, then we calculate H plus ion concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus pH. Similarly, OH minus ion concentration can be calculated, that is OH minus ion concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus pOH. Again, pH plus pOH is equal to 14. That means if pH of a solution is given, then we can calculate pOH. If pOH of a solution given, then we calculate pH. By using this relationship, then we solve some numerical. So before that, let us discuss another concept, that is today we discuss about in this class another concept, that is hydrolysis of salt. Next we discuss about the another concept, that is known as hydrolysis of salt, or otherwise it is known as salt hydrolysis. Mark that. What do you mean by the term hydrolysis of salt? Very, very important topic one. Hydrolysis of salt. That means the interaction of cation and anion. Students, not worry about writing this one. It is the phase 1. I repeat again. It is the phase 1. Try to clarify your concept. Next phase, engage with writing. Okay, good. So what do you mean by hydrolysis of salt? It is nothing but the interaction of cation and anion of salt with oppositely charged ions of water, resulting in the formation of acidic or basic or neutral solution. I repeat again, mark that. That is interaction of oppositely charged ions of a salt with the interaction of oppositely charged ion means, or you can say cation or anion of a salt with oppositely charged ions of water, resulting in the formation of acidic or basic or neutral solution. This is known as hydrolysis of salt. If a layman see that hydrolysis of salt means add water to a salt, but actually it is not correct. No doubt, hydrolysis of salt means addition of water to a salt, but there must be some interaction. If there is no interaction between the cation anion of salt with oppositely charged ions of water, then hydrolysis of salt is not takes place. Hydrolysis of salt takes place only when there is the interaction of cation and anion of salt with oppositely charged ions of water, resulting in the formation of acidic or a basic or a neutral solution. Okay, good. Again, depending upon the nature, depending upon the type of salt, hydrolysis of salt is also classified into 4 types. That means, I repeat again, depending upon the nature of the salt, depending upon the type of salt, so hydrolysis of salt is carried out in 4 different phases. That is, mark that is point 1, salt of strong acid and strong base. There are 4 types of salt. So, depending upon that one, hydrolysis salt is also 4 types. Mark that. Point 2, salt of strong acid and weak base. Point 3, salt of weak acid and strong base. And last one is salt of weak acid and weak base. There are the different way to prepare this type of salt. That's why hydrolysis salt also are 4 types. Let us discuss one by one. First one is salt of strong acid and strong base. Mark that. So some salt are there which comes under this category. That is a strong acid and a strong base. Mark that. If we go through the example, HCl plus NaOH give rise to NaCl plus water. It is a strong acid. I give one example. So many examples are there. I give one example. It is a strong acid, strong base, resulting formation of salt. So sodium chloride comes under the salt of strong acid and strong base. So let us consider the example of sodium chloride. When sodium chloride ionizes in water, dissociate to sodium ion and chloride ion. And water is, as it is a salt is a strong electrolyte, completely ionized, and as is the weak electrolyte, partially ionized to form H plus ion and OH minus ion. Mark that. On dissolution, what we observe? 2 chances is there. That is interaction of oppositely charged ions. So Na plus when combines with OH minus to form NaOH. As we know, sodium hydroxide is a strong base, comes under strong electrolyte. So never combine, they remain in ionic form. Okay, good. Similarly, H plus ion combine with the Cl minus ion, forming HCl. HCl is a strong acid and also strong electrolyte, never combine, it remain as such in ionic form. Okay. So another chances is that Na plus combined with Cl minus to form NaCl, and as is a salt strong electrolyte never combine. So H plus ion combined with OH minus ion. So on dissolution resulting the formation of Na plus Cl minus plus water. This is the final after dissolution. So what we observe here, there is no interaction of cation of salt with OH minus anion of water, as well as anion of salt with cation of water. There is no interaction. So here we say hydrolysis does not take place. Because by definition is there, no doubt we add water, but if there is no interaction between their oppositely charged ion, then hydrolysis does not take place. So here hydrolysis does not take place. And point 2, while we predicting the nature, since there is a absence of a free H plus ion and OH minus ion, resulting solution is neutral in nature. Okay, good. Move to the case 2. That means salt of strong acid and weak base. Let us consider the case 2. That is salt of strong acid and weak base. Students, I repeat again, never worry about writing one. It is the phase 1, clarify your doubt. Move to the second one, that is salt of strong acid and weak base. So many example is there. We select only one, strong acid, that means HCl, and weak base, that is ammonium hydroxide, resulting the formation of ammonium chloride plus water. So this one, ammonium chloride, comes under salt of strong acid and weak base. Mark that, as it is the salt completely ionized to form ammonium ion and chloride ion. Water is weak electrolyte, feebly ionized to form H plus ion and OH minus ion. Next, on dissolution, mark that. This is the chances is that interaction of oppositely charged ion to form ammonium hydroxide. As it is a weak base, so it remain as such. Plus, when H plus ion combined with the Cl minus ion forming HCl, as it is a strong electrolyte, strong acid, strong electrolyte, never ionizes, it remain, never combine, it remain as such. Okay, so what we draw conclusion? Since cation of salt interact with OH minus ion of water, so it is known as cationic type of hydrolysis. Cationic hydrolysis. And second one, since free H plus ion is there, so nature of the solution is acidic. It is a 2-mark question. What is the question? The type of question. Predict the type of hydrolysis and nature of the resulting solution. We write this one and we say the type of hydrolysis. Since cation of salt interact, so known as cationic hydrolysis, and as free H plus ion is there, so nature of the salt solution is acidic. Okay. So move to the third one. That means salt of weak acid and strong base. Next one is salt of weak acid and strong base. Mark that some example, weak acid and strong base. So many examples are there. Let us select only one, weak acid, that is acetic acid, and strong base, sodium hydroxide, resulting the formation of sodium acetate plus water. So this salt comes under salt of weak acid and strong base. Mark that, as it is a salt dissociate completely to form acetate ion plus sodium ion. Water, as is a weak electrolyte, dissociate partially to form H plus ion and OH minus ion. On dissolution, whatever, mark that. There is interaction of oppositely charged ion to form acetic acid. As it is a weak electrolyte, weak acid, and it is a weak electrolyte, so remain as such. While Na plus combine with OH minus ion to form NaOH, the strong base, strong electrolyte, never remain as such. So it will remain as Na plus plus OH minus. So mark that. As anion of the salt interact with H plus ion of water, so it is known as anionic type of hydrolysis. Anionic hydrolysis. And since free OH minus ion is there, so nature of the solution is basic in nature. It is also 2 mark. Each bit is a 2 mark question. Predict the type of hydrolysis and the nature of the solution. I repeat again, since anion of salt combine with H plus ion of water, then it is known as anionic hydrolysis, and since free OH minus is there, so nature is basic in nature. So move to last one, that means salt of weak acid and weak base. Let us discuss last one, salt of weak acid and weak base. So many examples are there. Let us select one, that is weak acid and weak base. What is the product? That is ammonium acetate plus water. As it is a salt, mark that, dissociate completely. CH3CO minus and NH4 plus. And as water is a weak electrolyte, dissociate partially to form H plus and OH minus ion. Okay, on dissolution, mark that, there is the interaction of oppositely charged ion to form acetic acid, and as is the weak acid, weak electrolyte remain as such, and also there is the interaction that is oppositely charged to form ammonium hydroxide, and as is a weak base and remain as such. So what we observe from this one? That means both cation and anion of salt interact with this process. So it is known as both cationic and anionic hydrolysis. I repeat again. When cation of salt interact, then it is known as cationic hydrolysis. Anion of salt interact, anionic hydrolysis. Both cation and anion of salt interact, then both cationic and anionic hydrolysis. If neither cation or non-anion interact of salt interact, then known as hydrolysis, it does not take place. So point 2, what is the nature? Since there is absence of free H plus ion and OH minus ion, normally we say that is a neutral in solution. Solution nature is neutral. But depending upon the strength of the acid and base, one can judge whether the solution nature is acidic or basic or simply neutral. It is all about the type of hydrolysis, one example, and their type of hydrolysis and their nature. Okay. So next, phase 2. Before writing the definition of hydrolysis and types of hydrolysis, it is better to solve some numerical basing upon pH, pOH and the mixture of the pH, finding the pH of a mixture of solution. Let us try to solve some numerical basing upon the pH. Mark that. Calculate H plus ion concentration of potassium hydroxide, 2.8 gram of which is dissolved in 2 liter of the solution. So we have to calculate the H plus ion concentration of a base. That means first we have to calculate the concentration of a base. That means OH minus ion concentration, then transfer to H plus ion concentration. Mark that. We know answer. We know concentration, symbol C is equal to N by V or is equal to weight by molecular mass into volume in liter. This is the formula. By putting this value, weight given 2.8, molecular mass of potassium hydroxide, that is 56 into 1 by volume 2 liter. That means on multiplying this one on solving 1.4, on solving 1.4 by 56, that means 1 by 40. So this is the concentration of potassium hydroxide. Concentration of potassium hydroxide means OH minus ion concentration is equal to 1 by 40. Our aim to calculate H plus ion concentration. We know if OH minus ion concentration given, then H plus ion concentration can be calculated by Kw by OH minus ion concentration. We know the value of Kw, that is approximately 10 to the power minus 14 by 1 by 40 is equal to 40 into 10 to the power minus 14 is equal to 4 into 10 to the power minus 13 moles per liter. It is the H plus ion concentration of KOH solution. Any doubt? No. Good. Move to the next one. Mark that. What is the next question? Calculate the OH minus ion concentration. Mark the question. What is the next question? Calculate the OH minus ion concentration of which is formed by dissolving 4.9 gram of sulfuric acid present in 500 ml of water. So here sulfuric acid is there, but we have to calculate OH minus ion concentration. For that, first we calculate the H plus ion. As it is acid, we calculate the H plus ion concentration, then transfer to OH minus ion concentration. Mark that. Given that concentration of sulfuric acid, same principle is there, that is C is equal to N by V. Mark that. W by M, that is given 4.9 by molecular mass is 98 into 1000 by 500. As it is milliliter is there, so 1000 by volume in ml. So mark that. It is 2, that is 9.8 by 98 is equal to 10 to the power minus 1 m. And mark that as we consider sulfuric acid is a dibasic acid, so total H plus ion concentration of sulfuric acid is 2 into 10 to the power minus 1 m. As it is the H plus ion concentration, question is calculate the OH minus ion concentration. We know if H plus ion concentration is given, then OH minus ion concentration is equal to Kw by H plus ion concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus 14 by 2 into 10 to the power minus 1. That is 1 by 2 into 10 to the power minus 13. That is 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 13 or is equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus 14 m. This is the OH minus ion concentration of sulfuric acid. Okay, any doubt? No doubt. Good. Move to the next question. Mark that. What is the next question? Mark the question. Calculate H3O plus ion concentration and OH minus ion concentration at 25 degrees centigrade of 0.02 normal HCl solution. So we know that is H plus ion concentration is equal to H3O plus ion concentration given, that is 0.02 normal is equal to 10 to the power is equal to 2 into 10 to the power minus 2. As it is a monobasic acid, so in this case we say normality is equal to molarity for the monobasic acid. So in this case, H plus ion concentration is equal to H3O plus ion concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus 2m. Then question is again to calculate OH minus ion concentration is equal to Kw by H plus ion concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus 14 divided by 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 is equal to half into 10 to the power minus 12 is equal to 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 12 is equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus 13 molar. It is the OH minus ion concentration and it is the H3O plus ion concentration of the solution. Okay, good. Move to the next question. Mark that. What is the next question? Mark that. What is the next question? How many grams of sodium hydroxide must be dissolved? How many grams of sodium hydroxide must be dissolved in 1 liter of water to produce its n by 10 means decinormal solution. That means normality is 1 by 10 and also calculate its pH. Two questions is there. First is calculate weight and one is calculate pH. So mark that. How many gram of sodium hydroxide must be, that means question mark, W is question mark. To prepare a solution of 1 liter of sodium hydroxide to produce the normality is equal to 1 by 10. We have to produce normality is equal to 1 by 10. Okay, that means mark that. What is the formula for normality? We know the formula for normality, that means W by E into 1000 by V. It is known as a normality. So this value is given. Mark that. Weight question mark. Equivalent mass of sodium hydroxide, that is 40 into 1000, volume is 1000, cancel out. So normality is given 1 by 10, 1 by 10 is equal to W by 40, that means weight is equal to 40 by 10 is equal to 4 gram. Okay, so now question is how many gram of sodium hydroxide dissolve? 4 gram of sodium hydroxide dissolve to produce its concentration n by 10. N by 10 again means NaOH concentration means OH minus ion concentration is equal to n by 10 means 10 to the power minus 1 n. So calculate its pH. If OH minus ion concentration is 10 to the power minus 1, as it is a monoacidic base, so it is 10 to the power minus 1. So we say that H plus ion concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus 14 by 10 to the power minus 1 is equal to 10 to the power minus 13. If H plus ion is calculated, then we know pH. What is the formula for calculating pH? That is a negative logarithm of H plus ion concentration. Putting this value, minus log 10 to the power minus 13 is equal to 13. So pH of that sodium hydroxide solution is 13. Okay, good. Move to the next question. Mark that. What is the next question? Mark the question. 4 gram of sodium hydroxide dissolved per liter of the solution. 4 gram of sodium hydroxide dissolved per liter of the solution. calculate pH of the solution. So first observe that is sodium hydroxide concentration is equal to OH minus ion concentration is equal to, what is the weight given? 4 gram divided by molecular mass 40 into 1000 or 1000 is equal to 10 to the power minus 1 m. So if OH minus ion concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus m, then question is calculate pH. So before calculating pH, it is necessary to calculate H plus ion. We know H plus ion concentration, if OH minus is given, that means Kw by OH minus, that is 10 to the power minus 14 by 10 to the power minus 1, that is 10 to the power minus 13 m. So pH is equal to negative logarithm of H plus ion concentration is equal to negative logarithm of 10 to the power minus 13 is equal to 13. So pH of the solution, sodium hydroxide solution, is equal to 13. Okay, good. Move to the next question. Mark that. What is the next question? 0.049 gram of sulfuric acid dissolved per liter of the given solution. So here again similarly we proceed. Sulfuric acid concentration 0.049, weight by molecular mass of sulfuric acid 98 per dissolved in liter, means 1 by V 1000 by volume is 1000. So cancel out. It is given that is equal to 49 by 98 into 1 by 1000 is equal to 1 by 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. This one. So again it is the concentration of acid, as it is sulfuric acid is equal to the H plus ion concentration. Again as it is a dibasic acid, so total H plus ion concentration is equal to 2 into 1 by 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 m is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 m. Cancel out. So as this one is the H plus ion concentration, pH is equal to minus logarithm of H plus ion concentration, that is minus logarithm of 10 to the power minus 3, this is equal to 3. pH is equal to, pH of the solution is equal to 3. Okay, good. Move to the last one. Mark the last question. What is the next question? A solution is found to contain 0.63 gram of nitric acid per 100 ml. If 100 ml contain 0.63 gram, then 1000 ml we require to calculate concentration per liter. If it is 1000 ml, then it is multiplied by 10 is equal to 6.3 gram. So here we calculate nitric acid HNO3 concentration is equal to H plus ion concentration is equal to 6.3, weight by molecular mass is 63 into volume 1000 by volume given 1000, cancel out, is equal to 10 to the power minus 1 m. So HNO3 means H plus ion concentration given 10 to the power minus 1. Then calculate pH of the solution. So pH we know is equal to negative logarithm of H plus ion concentration is equal to negative logarithm of 10 to the power minus 1 is equal to minus of minus 1. Log 10 is 1, we know log 10 is equal to 1. So pH of the nitric acid containing 0.063 gram in 100 ml, pH is equal to 1. Next, switch over to salt hydrolysis. Definition and different types. Note down. What do we know hydrolysis of salt or salt hydrolysis? It is defined as the interaction of ions of a salt with oppositely charged ions of water to give acidic, basic or a neutral solution. Thus, depending upon the relative strength of acid and the base produced, the resulting solution is acidic, basic or neutral. On this basis, salts are divided into 4 categories. Already complete, that is salt of strong acid and strong base, salt of strong acid and weak base, salt of weak acid and strong base, and salt of weak acid and weak base. Let us discuss one by one. First one is salt of strong acid and strong base. Common examples: sodium chloride, sodium nitrate, sodium sulfate, potassium chloride, potassium nitrate, potassium sulfate. You may select any one. I select one, that is sodium chloride. Let us consider the hydrolysis of sodium chloride. It is dissociated completely as it is a strong electrolyte, while water dissociated partially as it is a weak electrolyte. It is single arrow because it is a strong electrolyte, reversible sign as it is a weak electrolyte. On dissolution, what happened? Na plus never combine with OH minus to form NaOH because it is a strong electrolyte. Never combine, remain as such. Similarly, H plus never combine with Cl minus to form HCl because it is a strong acid, strong electrolyte, never combine, remain as such. Na plus combine with Cl minus to form NaCl, as it is a salt, strong electrolyte, it is also never combine. Only one chance is that H plus combine with OH minus to form water, as it is a weak electrolyte, remain as such. So on dissolution, what is left? Na plus, Cl minus, H2. Mark that Na plus ion does not combine with OH minus ion to form NaOH as it is a strong electrolyte. Similarly, Cl minus ion not combine with H plus ion to form HCl because it is a strong electrolyte. So, only one chance is that H plus combine with OH minus to form water. Since there is no interaction of cation of salt, no interaction of anion of salt, so this type of hydrolysis does not take place. And since there is the absence of free H plus ion and free OH minus ion, the resulting solution is neutral in nature. Move to the second type of hydrolysis of salt, that is salt of strong acid and weak base. Some common examples: ammonium chloride, copper sulfate, silver nitrate, ammonium nitrate, aluminum chloride, ferric chloride, calcium chloride, zinc chloride, etc. Let us select, you can select any example. I select one. Remember that each one is a 2-mark question. Predict the type of hydrolysis and the nature of the aqueous salt solution. I select copper sulfate, break down to Cu2 plus, SO4 minus, water break down to. Mark that what happened? Cation of copper combine to form COH whole twice, while H plus ion never combine as it is a strong electrolyte. So I repeat again, if cation of salt combine, then known as a cationic hydrolysis, anion of salt combine, anionic hydrolysis. So since cation of salt combine, so it is known as a cationic hydrolysis, you rewrite the statement like part 1. So again, and free H plus ion is there, so resulting solution is acidic nature. Okay, move to third type, salt of weak acid and strong base. Common example: sodium acetate, sodium carbonate, potassium carbonate, sodium phosphate, potassium cyanide, etc. You can select any one. I select sodium acetate. Break down to this one, water break down to this one. Acetate ion combine with H plus to form acetic acid and remain as such as the weak acid, weak electrolyte. While Na plus combine with OH minus to form NaOH, never combine because of the strong electrolyte. So resulting solution this one. As anion of salt combining, so it is known as anionic hydrolysis, and since free OH minus ion is there, solution is basic in nature. Okay, move to the last type, that is hydrolysis of salt of weak acid and weak base. Common example: ammonium acetate, ammonium carbonate, aluminum phosphate, ammonium benzoate, C6H5COONH4. Let us select the ammonium acetate. Break down to this one, water break down to this one. So acetate ion combine H plus to form acetic acid. As it is the weak acid, weak electrolyte remain as such. Ammonium ion combine with OH minus ion to form ammonium hydroxide. As it is the weak base remain as such. And here we observe that both cation and anion of salt interact with their oppositely charged ions of water. Therefore, this nature is both, the type of hydrolysis is both cationic and anionic. And since free H plus ion and free OH minus ion are there, so in this case, the resulting solution almost neutral. But in other cases, depending upon the strength of ionization, the solution nature may be slightly acidic or basic or neutral. It is all about the hydrolysis of salt or salt hydrolysis.